There was always a stillness about Barbara, a kind of quiet that didn't come from shyness or restraint, but from a woman who knew how to occupy her own life without apology. She wasn't the type to chase trends or stand where the light would hit her best. She moved through the world with the gentle confidence of someone who didn't need to be noticed to feel complete. People remembered her not because she demanded attention, but because being near her felt like stepping into a softer hour of the day. She carried a presence that settled the air around her like a warm hush before the sun rises. Her photographs tucked into worn albums and resting in drawers that smelled faintly of cedar and thyme never pretended to be relics of glamour. They were fragments of a life lived with sincerity. In those images, she is simply herself, thoughtful, amused, quiet, unguarded. Every picture feels less like a posed moment and more like someone catching her in the middle of being real. She never sculpted an image. She invited life to happen, and it happened beautifully. Barbara never aimed to be anyone's muse, yet she became one almost by accident. The camera loved her precisely because she didn't notice it. In one photograph, she's mid-laugh, half hidden behind the bloom of a garden, sunlight tangled playfully in her hair. In another, she stands by a lake with the wind making quick work of her unruly curls. These are not moments arranged for effect. They are pieces of her days, preserved without polish. She was convinced that the world offered plenty of small miracles: sunlight shifting on a wall, wind threading through leaves, the unexpected warmth in a stranger's smile, and that those fleeting wonders mattered far more than any flawless pose. She once said that photographs were little rebellions against forgetting. For her, a picture didn't need precision or perfect lighting. It needed heart. She wanted images that would remind her how something felt, not how it looked. Rain-streaked windows in Paris, a friend collapsing into laughter, a morning sky that startled her with its tenderness. These were the things she tried to hold on to, knowing they were made of moments that vanish if no one takes the time to claim them. Her albums read like the chapters of a life thoughtfully lived. In her 20s, her eyes shine with hunger for experience. In her 30s, her expression softens into something steadier, wiser. Her older photographs grow quieter, not dimmer, filled with the peace of someone who has stopped worrying about how the world sees her and has begun to study, with great care, how she sees the world. Her favorite photograph was a blurred, imperfect thing, taken as she turned toward someone calling her name. "That's me," she once said. "Always moving, never posed." And now her collection feels less like a record and more like a whispered reminder. Beauty isn't performed. It's lived. It's noticed.